My grandfather narrated me a story long back, and I still remember the story word for word because the story had a great effect on me. So I'm gonna share this story quickly in my own words. Once upon a time, there was a king. Normally, as all the stories begin. And one fine day, the king invited two of the greatest fortune tellers, those who predict the future. So here comes the first one. The first fortune teller tells to the king that he is gonna die very soon. The king became very angry and he punished him badly. Then comes the second one. The second fortune teller, what he does, first of all, he glorifies the king and then says that among his family members, see how he is speaking, among his family members, the king's lifespan is the shortest one, in a very pleasing and beautiful manner. King also thought that he, being the eldest member of the family, it's quite normal, and king was quite happy with the second fortune teller, and he rewarded him with lots of gold, jewelry, and lots of respect. Did you notice something? Actually, both the fortune tellers conveyed the same message. The only difference was the selection of words they used and the way in which they expressed themselves, the way in which they communicated. And this very difference decided their own fortune. And this is what we call communication, effective communication. Every single word that we speak matters a lot. And secondly, the way in which we express, the way in which we communicate changes things dramatically. Hi everyone, I'm Kavishanan, and today in this video I'm going to talk about communication skills. And this video is the first part of the series Communication Skills. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon, and also follow my page on Facebook. Alright, so let's begin. The word communication is derived from a Latin word communis, which means to share. Communication is something that we practice on a 24/7 basis. Every moment, somehow we are communicating something. Listening, reading, speaking, and writing. These are the four vital components or blocks of communication. But communication is not limited only till reading, writing, listening, and speaking. But there are certain signs, symbols, gestures, rotation of eyeballs, movement of lips, nodding of head. Everything is communication. Facial expressions. We communicate a lot using our face. If somebody is smiling, means he is communicating. If someone is angry, he is communicating. Sad, communicating. So communication is something that is being practiced every single moment. Even while we are sleeping, we are communicating something. Surprised? How can we communicate while sleeping? Yes, we do communicate even while sleeping, because suppose if I'm sleeping, I'm communicating that, see, I'm breathing and I'm alive. So communication is a very broad area. We all are human beings and we all are blessed with so many skills. And communication skills, I think, is one of the greatest, one of the biggest skills we human beings are blessed with. Even there are other living beings, many animals, they also communicate with us. So communication is one of the biggest skills a human being can have. We know how to express, we know how to communicate, we can share our feelings, our thoughts, and everything. And communication is a two-way process. It involves a sender and a receiver. And communication can never be complete unless and until the sender, whatever message he is sending, the receiver should also understand in the exact manner what exactly is being said by the sender so that he can give a proper feedback. So communication is a two-way process. For example, right now I'm speaking. I'm speaking because I have an idea. So having an idea is the very first step in the process of communication. Then I need to transform, I need to convert my idea into a message. And then I need a channel and a medium so that I can convey my message to the receiver's end. So what would be the channels of communication? It could be verbal, non-verbal, spoken or written ones. So right now what I'm using the spoken one. And if you could find subtitles within, then it's written as well simultaneously. Then mediums. What is the medium of communication? Medium could be either like electronic, written ones, computers. So the medium that I'm using right now is camera, mic, and you are watching me on Facebook, YouTube. So they are also medium only. Then comes the receiver's turn. The receiver needs to help me in understanding me by listening attentively what is being said by the sender. And finally, the most vital step is getting a feedback from the receiver's end, because feedback is the most important step, one of the integral step in the process of communication. Getting a feedback means the receiver decoded the message. Doesn't matter whether the receiver agree, don't agree. Like for example, doesn't matter whether you like this video or not, but you are responding. You are giving me a feedback. And how could you give feedback? You could like, if you put a like, hit a like button on my video, or dislike button, or you are commenting, sharing, all these are feedbacks only. So this is the entire process of communication: having an idea, converting the idea into a message, choosing a channel, having a medium, then sending it to the receiver, receiver's feedback. So this is the entire process of communication. So friends, this is just an introductory video on communication skills, and very soon I will come up with the next part of this video on communication skills. So that's all in this video. Thank you all for spending some time in watching this video.